Have you ever listened to someone explain something and thought, that part really doesn't apply to me? So none of this applies to me. Or have you tried something new and when it did not work perfectly the first time, you decided this clearly does not work at all? Or maybe you've made one mistake and suddenly thought, I have ruined everything. Or you missed one day of a new routine and decided there's no point in continuing. That is called all or nothing thinking, and it can quietly prevent us from recognizing the pieces that could actually help us heal. All or nothing thinking is when our brain divides something into two absolute categories. It is either right or wrong, good or bad, a success or a failure, everything or nothing. And that leaves no middle ground, no partial truth, no room for complexity. And if something isn't completely successful, we call it a total failure. If someone does not understand every part of us, we decide they just don't want to understand us at all. And if all the information does not apply to us, we may assume that none of it has any value at all. This is not because you're being difficult, and it doesn't mean that you're incapable of seeing another perspective. All or nothing thinking may develop because certainty can feel safer to a traumatized nervous system. Many people who experience trauma grew up surrounded by inconsistency, contradictions, changing expectations, or rules that depended on someone else's mood. So when safety felt unpredictable, clear categories may have helped the brain make faster decisions. Safe or dangerous, trustworthy or untrustworthy, accepted or rejected. Because as children, we may not have had the safety, the experience, or the support needed to recognize all the space in between. So the brain simplified things, not necessarily because its conclusion was completely accurate, but because certainty created a feeling of control. All or nothing thinking can sound like, if I can't do it perfectly, there's no point in even trying. Or I ate one thing that wasn't a part of my plan, so I ruined the entire day. Maybe I missed one workout, so I have already failed. And if this relationship ended, then the entire relationship was a waste. Maybe it's, if this healing method does not fix everything, then it just did not work. Or if this person was wrong about one thing, they must be wrong about everything. Or if all this information does not describe me, then none of it applies to me. One imperfect moment becomes complete failure, or one disagreement invalidates an entire relationship. One missing piece causes us to throw away everything that may have fit. Healing rarely comes from just one person, one book, one video, one diagnosis, or one healing modality. During my own healing journey, I did not find every resource that I needed in one place. I gathered different pieces from different people, different practices, and different experiences, and different stages of my life. So some resources helped me understand my nervous system, while some helped me connect with my body. Some had helped me process my emotions, while others had supported my spiritual healing. And some offered only one sentence, or one question, or one small piece of information that did help me to connect another dot. So no single resource gave me everything. But that did not mean that the individual pieces gave me nothing. There is another side of this pattern that we don't talk about as often. Sometimes, when someone understands one part of our experience extremely well, we assume they must be right about everything. We may begin treating one teacher, one therapist, one healer, one content creator, book, or healing method as the complete answer. But someone can offer valuable insight without having every single answer. A healing modality can help with one part of your journey without being the only modality that you'll ever need. You can appreciate someone's work and still disagree with them. You can receive something valuable from a person without handing them complete authority over your healing. It doesn't have to be believe everything or reject everything. There is another choice: discernment. Discernment allows us to say, this part resonates with me and this part doesn't. This helped me understand one piece, but I still need something else. I disagree with that statement, but it doesn't completely automatically invalidate everything else. Or, this may not describe my experience, but it may help me understand someone whose experience is different from mine. Dismissal says, if it isn't all true for me, then none of it has value. Discernment asks, what part of this is useful? What part doesn't fit? Or what might I need to explore a little bit further? And is there one piece here that could help me to connect the next dot? This is something I want you to keep in mind throughout every video that I share. Everything I say will not apply to everyone. There is no single trauma response, symptom, healing method, or life experience that will describe every person. Some of what I share may feel like I'm describing your life word for word. Some of it may only partially apply, and some of it may not describe you at all. And that is okay. You don't have to see yourself in every example for one example to help you. You don't have to agree with every sentence to receive something valuable from the conversation. And something that doesn't connect with you today may help you in another part of your story later on. I am not here to tell you what must be true for you. I am here to share information, to ask deeper questions, and to help you connect the dots while you decide what belongs in your own healing journey. Moving beyond all or nothing thinking does not mean ignoring what feels wrong, or forcing something to fit, or abandoning your boundaries. It means allowing more than two possibilities to exist. Instead of saying, this didn't heal me, so it was useless, try, this didn't give me everything that I needed, but did any part of it help? Instead of, I missed one day, so I failed, try, I missed one day, and I can continue today. Instead of, this person doesn't understand everything about me, try, they may not understand every part of me, but perhaps they understand this part. And instead of, not all of this applies to me, so none of it does, think of it that maybe some of this may belong to my story and some of it may not. That is not indecision, it's accuracy, it's discernment, and it leaves room for healing to unfold in more than one way. The next time you notice yourself thinking, if it isn't everything, then it's nothing, pause for just a moment and ask yourself, am I dismissing something useful because it isn't a perfect fit? Is there a piece of truth here that I can carry forward? Or can this be imperfect and still have value? Healing is not a test where every answer must come from the same place. It is a process of gathering the pieces that help you to understand your body, your mind, your emotions, your spirit, and your story. You do not have to accept everything, and you do not have to reject everything. You are allowed to discern, because healing does not require every piece to fit. Sometimes one true piece is enough to help us find the next one. So, until next time, remember, always be kind.